Sounds like plastic.
Thick. What we're gonna do today, since it's finally nice weather, is we're gonna try and go hit as many waterfalls as possible. There's like 20 within a 100-mile radius of us. My goal is to hit 10 today. I don't know if it's gonna happen. Not because the hikes are really far, but just the driving time in between and getting out of the car to go see them. Most of them are right on the road though, so that's really exciting. One of the ones I'm most excited to see is Rockin Lake Falls and the Grotto Falls. So we'll see if we can see those. My goal is 10. Let's see if we can at least get 5 though. The falls are beautiful. I don't know if it's maybe 200, 250 feet tall. The trail down was winding and it was a little bit tricky, and this last bit was really slippery, but it is definitely worth the view at the end. The mist just blasted us, but the river's so pretty and the falls are huge. It's so crazy that in Oregon it just seems like waterfalls are so common, so this isn't even a big deal, but for me, dude, this is awesome. So we're almost done with the Klamath Falls hike, and it was really cool down there. Got to get some shots of Kenzie doing yoga. I actually drank a little bit of spring water coming out the side of the mountain, and Kole got to see a really cool waterfall. So it's a whole bunch of switchbacks down to the fall and back up, which are pretty narrow, and there's actually a tree that's fallen across that you have to climb over or go under, which is kind of sketchy. But overall, I would say most good or medium hikers could do it easy. It might be a little bit harder for beginning hikers or anyone that has trouble walking on uneven ground, and I think it's definitely worth doing though. And now we're gonna do the pretty much flat part, and we're almost done. We're excited to go and get some food out of the lunchbox. We're done with the hike now. We're gonna jump in the car because the mosquitoes are eating us alive. It's not bad down by the water, but it's really bad like the middle part of the hike up, and it was way worse coming back. There was no breeze, so we're gonna jump in the car. I think pretty much anybody can do this hike unless they have trouble walking on uneven ground. I think the hike is doable in about 2 hours. That's what we did it in, at a very easy pace, and I definitely think it's worth doing, and it's an awesome view. So it turns out that the Lemolo Falls hike we just did was like 3.5 miles. So I feel kind of bad for Kole, because that's a pretty good hike for your first hike, especially with the switchback, so we had to climb back up. Now, however, we're going to Warm Springs Falls, which is just right by our campsite still, and it is only supposed to be a ½ mile, I think, round trip, and like 60 feet elevation difference. So this one's hopefully gonna be really easy. And I'm thinking, because we got out of the house late and that hike was a lot longer than I thought it was gonna be, that we're probably only gonna get 3, maybe 4 done today, but I'm gonna shoot for at least 5. So we're at the Warm Springs trailhead now. We're gonna go see Warm Springs. It's supposed to be a ½ mile round trip, really easy, only 60 feet of elevation change. The road to get here was a little tricky. You take the forest road like 600 by Lemolo Lake over to 680, and then it's going to try and make you run alongside this pipeline coming from a reservoir. Don't take that. Take Forest Road 680, and then it'll bring you right here. You'll just see this little sign. There's a little turnout that we're parked in, and pretty much nothing else. So now we're gonna go check out the falls. I hope they're super cool.
Smells like plastic.
Thick. So this is Warm Spring Falls, and it's super pretty looking. How hard was the hike from the turnout to here for this one?
Literally like the easiest, like you're walking in the hallways at school.
Yeah, it was really easy. The other one we did was a lot harder, and it was pretty much flat the whole way, right? Like, yeah. This one definitely worth seeing. It's a little bit tricky to get to, but make sure that you get to it. It's right by Lemolo Lake, so you can hit a whole bunch of these waterfalls on the same day you camp out at the lake or in a weekend trip to the lake. And it's just really awesome seeing it, and the water's moving so fast. It's so loud you can actually hear from the turnoff. Ha! 2 falls down. I don't think we're gonna do 10 today, so I'm shooting for 5. So we got 3 left to go. Next we're gonna hit Clearwater, then White Horse, and then there's one more. I can't remember the name, but we'll show it when we get there. We are now going to check out Clearwater Falls, which is a really cool waterfall right off the road. Just pull in. They actually have a campground, but it's not open right now, so we're just gonna pull off the road, park, and then it's like a 1/10 of a mile little walk to it, so it's literally like a 2-minute walk right to the falls, and it's supposed to be super easy. So our truck is parked right there, and the waterfalls is literally behind me through the trees right over there. Like, I can see it, so it's gonna be a really quick walk. There's the waterfalls right there. Compared to the 2 that we just saw earlier today, these aren't super magnificent, but they're super convenient. It's right off the road. It's like a 2-minute walk, and it's right there. And they're still pretty cool, cooler than anything we have in, you know, Florida or anything that I've seen in Florida or New Mexico. So definitely worth checking out if you're going down the road. So we don't have a lot of time to talk because we're trying to do at least 5 waterfalls today, and we didn't start till like noon, but we already did Clearwater Falls, Warm Springs, and Lemolo. So now we're gonna hit White Horse, and I think it's Watson. They're just right down the road, and I think they're gonna be really close like this one was. Like I said, this one's pretty cool, but not as cool as the others, but it's a lot more convenient. We are now on our way to White Horse Falls. This is another roadside one. It's about 3 miles down the road from the one we were just at, which was Clearwater Falls. Then after White Horse, we're gonna go see Watson. I think White Horse, which we're about to see, is gonna be another small roadside one, but Watson, I think, is gonna be a little bit bigger. So let's go check out White Horse Falls. So we are camping right about here. The Lemolo Falls is right here. The Warm Spring Falls is over here. And then Clearwater was here. White Horse is here. That's where we're going now. Then there's Watson, Tokatee. Then if you keep going, there's Steamboat, Fall Creek, Susan Creek Falls. And then down here, there is, I know that there's a few right here that aren't shown. And then there's Nashville Falls right there. Walking to White Horse, and it sounds like it's just right there. I think, yeah, it's actually just right there. So it's even less walk than the other one. It's getting a shorter walk each time. So here's White Horse Falls behind us, and it's not really a very big waterfall. It's even smaller than Clearwater was, but it's literally right by the parking lot. Like, you can actually see it from the parking lot just about. So it's super convenient and really great for a quick stop. I'm really hoping Watson is gonna be another big one though. This is number 4 out of 5. I think we're just gonna do 5 today. If we had started earlier, maybe we could have done 10. So we just did White Horse Falls, and it took us, I think, 5 minutes. And it's okay, but it's really easy and convenient. So now we're gonna go check out Watson, and hopefully that one is really cool, because so far Clearwater and White Horse have been okay, convenient, but not really that great. We just parked to check out Watson Falls, and I don't know if you can see it. Right there is Watson Falls. I think I actually see it from here, see the top of the waterfall. So if it's that whole way, that's gonna be really crazy, because that looks really high, but it might be we hike up a little bit to the bottom. So let's go see. So we're here, and we can see the falls up here, and you can see that big elevation change. So I think we're just gonna walk up, and probably at the footbridge we can probably see them, or up at this bench viewpoint. A little bit more of a hike. You get about 300 feet elevation gain, and I think it was like 3/10 of a mile or something. So it's a little uphill, but there's plenty of benches to just hang out at, and it's a really nice hike, lots of shade and stuff. But it looks like it's gonna be pretty cool if you go all the way to the top. There's an upper viewpoint, but I don't really see the point going up there. So we'll probably just check it out from the lower viewpoint. This is Watson Falls. It's definitely the best of the falls we've done. It's huge, it's a short hike, and you have to check it out. So we just did Watson Falls. It was definitely the coolest one. That makes 5 waterfalls in one day, and we started at noon, so we could have done more if we got up earlier. Definitely, if you like waterfalls, check out Oregon.